Hey guys, what are you doing today? So I made the decision of making the laptop collection first and then the phone collection because the phone collection is pretty massive, but the laptop collection is like a few, like 20 laptops at least. So we'll start off with the main one right here. This is the Lenovo Legion 515 IMH05. This laptop has Intel Core i5 10300H, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, 8GB of RAM, and 512GB of storage. Next up, you probably may know the laptop right now, but it's the Lenovo. Sorry. Next up is the Lenovo Yoga 500 laptop. This laptop right here works fully, and this is actually the laptop that was featured in one of my most recent YouTube shorts, where it gave me a blue screen and it just randomly works again. It has a 5th gen Intel Core i3, 4 gigabytes of RAM, a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and Intel HD graphics, 5500. As the name suggests, this laptop can do yoga. It can turn into tablet mode. So, let's close this laptop and move on to the next. This is my HP ProBook 4320S. This laptop is 13 inches. It's so small, it can't even compare to a laptop that's coming up in a few moments. So this laptop is ranking a 1st gen Intel Core i3, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 160 gigabyte hard drive, and Intel graphics. That is somehow 32 megabytes of RAM, which is like a 2005 ATI 1600, maybe. Fun fact, this laptop came from Norway, which is like far away from Romania. It even has Norwegian keys. It actually had some like glitter here, but I successfully removed it with a flathead screwdriver. And a sticker was here, but I also removed that. There's like some stains left, but I'll clean that later. Let's move on to the next laptop. This is a Dell Inspiron N5040 with possibly the most, this thing actually has a cracked display. The keyboard does not work, neither the touchpad works. This laptop is rocking a 1st gen Intel Core i3, no RAM because spare, Intel HD graphics, and 500 gigabyte hard drive. And the battery is gone from this laptop because it's broken. And it's super rare to see a laptop that has the charging port in the back. That's older laptops maybe, but I just haven't gotten used to the charging port in the back. I got used to the front. Next laptop. Next up is the HP 620 laptop. This thing is one of my favorite laptops of all time because I just love the design. It feels like a billionaire's laptop with the texture on the palm rest, this large area in here. This 15.6 inch laptop also has a good keyboard, clicky, and the palm rest is easily removable, so you can just swap the palm rest if it doesn't work. And here is the trackpad cable, the hard drive where it sits, and it's in my own. God, so much dust entered here. So this laptop rocks an Intel Celeron T3100, I believe, or T2300, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 320 gigabyte hard drive, and Intel Express 45 chipset family graphics card. Let's move on to the next laptop in 3, 2, 1. The Lenovo B590. This has to be one of my favorite designs of all time. Respect to you for Lenovo. This thing has like one of the best keyboards of all time. I just said that about the other laptop, but it doesn't matter. But this thing actually still has physical touchpad right here. I can call it a touchpad because the other Lenovo has a touchpad. This one only has a trackpad. And it doesn't even have this gesture right here where if you use 2 fingers to scroll, it actually does it. This laptop rocks an Intel Celeron 1005M, 6GB of RAM, 500GB hard drive, and Intel HD graphics. Believe it or not, but this thing somehow runs GTA San Andreas almost perfectly. I mean, it makes sense. This thing is an old laptop with probably specs that can rival a Chromebook. Alright, next laptop. Oh, Did you know that Sony used to make laptops, but they do not anymore? Exactly. This is the Sony Vaio VPCE before S1E. Sony and their goddamn names, guys. And this laptop right here actually has some of the best specs I've ever seen on an old laptop with Intel Core i5 processor, ATI HD 5000 laptop, 500GB hard drive, and 8GB of RAM. I slowly upgraded this thing to better success. Alright, next laptop. Final laptop from the working pile is this Lenovo IdeaPad 110-15 IBR. This thing is the closest thing I can find to a Windows/Chromebook laptop. It has an Intel Celeron N3060. Wait. There we go. 4GB of RAM, 500GB hard drive, and Intel HD graphics. But this is like a more fancy version of a Chromebook because it has leather everywhere, some texture right here, a DVD drive, and soldered RAM CPU. But hey, at least the storage isn't soldered onto the motherboard. Thank God. Now, this isn't over yet. Let's go to my other laptops. Starting with, hey, welcome to another room where I keep some phone batteries here and packaging to store the batteries right here. So starting off with this Acer Chromebook here, the N15Q9. This thing is in horrible condition. It has been water damaged. Missing keycaps, obviously. Smells like a grandma's home. And this thing has some of the strangest specs. Okay, I don't even know the specs because I haven't even tested the laptop, but it's water damaged and I don't want to get zapped. So, let's take a look at the specs of this little Chromebook. As you can see, or probably not, this is the N15Q9 laptop. And it's actually one of my newest laptops in the collection. With the manufacturing date of 2017. This thing has a random Celeron CPU. Four gigabytes of RAM, some random SSD, and I don't know, maybe Intel HD graphics. I don't know what the specs are of this Chromebook. I really want to know. Next laptop. Next laptop is the Packard Bell EasyNote MIT-ACBLE-GT. This laptop has no graphics card. And what I mean by that is the graphics card is broken on this laptop. It didn't come with the battery. The RAM wasn't working properly. This laptop features an Intel Core Duo ATI Mobility. God dang, I can't see. X1600 graphics card. Windows XP Wait, let me flip it around the back. Let me just cover the product key real quick. As you can see, this thing came with Windows XP Home Edition. This thing also has a 40GB hard drive. Yes, about the same as a modern Chromebook these days. Next laptop. The Asus... Oh god, what is this? Yeah. Okay, this is the Asus F5 RL laptop with an Intel Pentium, but I inserted a Celeron CPU into this laptop. 1GB of RAM, ATI somewhat graphics card, and possibly 160GB hard drive right here. With Windows XP, whatever edition, I don't know. And I'm pretty disappointed because no laptop of mine has Windows XP. Okay, maybe the other one right there, but that thing is running Windows 8. Next laptop is the Acer Aspire 5742. Yeah, the Acer Aspire train keeps going because here it comes the broken Acer laptops. So this thing is rocking an Intel Celeron whatever P4500. No RAM. 500GB hard drive and some random graphics card. I do not like this laptop. It's broken. And those laptops right here are somewhat broken, but they still function. This one does not hold the charge anymore. And it's a shame because Acer is a great company, especially when they make broken laptops that I own. Alright, next laptop. Okay, here we have the HP Mini 210, whatever the laptop model. I don't really care because this thing has some of the most horrible specs ever. It has an Intel Atom N4500, whatever CPU. 500GB hard drive somehow. So much storage for one of these computers. With Windows 7 starter. No RAM. And, Intel GMA graphics, I believe. Alright, next laptop. Did you know that Alcatel made laptops? Well, this is quite of an unboxing, really. When in reality, this thing is just a piece of shit. Alright, there we go. We slide out the laptop / tablet because Alcatel somehow loves making tablets. So this laptop right here is quite horrible. Does this thing have charge? Wait, no it doesn't. I'll tell you the specs. So it has, oh wait, the laptop turns on. But here is the issue with this laptop. Wait, so this laptop won't boot into Windows because of a somewhat failing hard drive, I believe. I don't know. So this thing rocks an Intel Atom X3-E5830, I believe. 2GB of RAM, 32GB of storage, and Intel graphics. Let me just turn off this laptop and move on to the next laptop. So far, this is disappointing. Should I leave it on like this? Tell me in the comments. Let me just hold down on the power button. Oh yeah, this is what it looks like. I thought for a moment this thing has an Intel CPU that's somewhat decent for... It is somewhat decent. It looks like this Alcatel won't be turning off. So let's put it back in its touche box. I tried to I tried plugging in Windows. I tried. God dang it! I tried plugging in Windows drives, but it wouldn't install Windows whatsoever because the laptop won't recognize USBs. Now let's move on to the really broken laptops that don't even turn on anymore. Starting off with, this is the Asus X553M laptop. This right here does not have anything. No disk drive, no RAM, no hard drive. Yeah, this thing is pretty trash. And, funny thing, the control key right here actually shuts off the laptop. But if you press lightly, it won't turn off. But if you just press it, the laptop turns off every single time you press the left control key. But when you press this, it somehow does not turn off. And here's the weirdest part. Any of the surrounding keys that surround that control key don't do anything. So could this be a kill switch? Coincidence? Maybe not. But this thing only has 2 USBs, which I really don't like because I need my USB drives. Alright, next laptop. This is the HP 550 laptop with possibly the worst laptop that I own. With an Intel Pentium whatever CPU. 1 gigabyte of RAM, but it has none right now. But this thing originally came with a Celeron and 1 gigabyte RAM, but I put a Pentium and salvaged the RAM. Intel graphics that started artifacting and then just never on again. And this thing is borderline illegal to own, I think. Yeah, the power button is ripped off. This thing falls apart. This thing is not screwed down, so it falls apart. I might actually need a replica model. Yeah. So like I said, this thing is broken. Next laptop. This is my Acer Aspire 5233. Or the 5253. That has the casing of the... hold on, I can't see with this fucking camera. Alright. Oh god. Focus. Can't see. It has the 5742 back casing, but I promise you, this is the 5253. That is the 5742. This laptop right here. Yeah, next laptop, again. A motherboard with an Intel whatever socket CPU that belongs to this Toshiba, that belongs to this random cassette laptop. This is the Toshiba Satellite C50-A-19T. It features 2 gigabytes of RAM, whatever random CPU, 500 gigabyte hard drive, and some random graphics card. And the final laptop is the HP 250 G6, I believe. Yeah, this thing is the worst laptop because it blue screened on me and my mom. This laptop features a 6th gen Intel Core i5, AMD Radeon Vega 3 or 5 graphics, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 256 gigabyte SSD. So these are all the laptops in the collection. There will be many more coming soon. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. See ya.